went down on a private ranch in Palm City. This is a map of the area. Authorities found the plane southwest 48th Terrace. Several ranches are in this area. CBS 12's Stephanie Valderrama has the latest details for us this afternoon. Stephanie?
With the light of day, we are getting a better look at this deadly plane crash. Now, take a look here behind me. This morning, we are learning the National Transportation Safety Board is working alongside local officials to investigate what exactly caused this plane to go down on Sunday. While details are limited, here's what we know so far. Yesterday, the Martin County Sheriff's Office and Martin County Fire Rescue responded to a private ranch on southwest 48th Terrace in Palm City. Now, according to the NTSB, the plane is a Commander 114TC. That's a single-engine aircraft that can seat up to 3 passengers and a pilot, according to the website Plane PhD. Investigators on scene tell us one person was killed. Now, when the plane went down, another person in this area attempted to help the trapped pilot. We are told that person got hurt, but how severe is still unknown this morning. The Naked Lady Ranch Airport, a small private airport, is about 3/4 of a mile from where the plane went down. We are working to determine if the pilot took off from there or was trying to land there. Again, the NTSB is investigating. We have reached out to them to figure out how soon they'll have crews out here to figure out what exactly went wrong. We've also reached out to the Martin County Sheriff's Office for more information. Of course, count on us to bring you the latest, both on air and online at CBS12.com.
After months of speculation, Governor Ron DeSantis now just hours away from the biggest announcement of his political career.
Yeah, DeSantis is expected to file with the Federal Elections Commission tomorrow, officially entering into the 2024 presidential election.
It will be followed by a live Twitter podcast at 6 p.m. with Twitter CEO and billionaire Elon Musk.
I think in Florida, we really showed what it takes to not just win big, and then deliver big.
DeSantis has raised tens of millions of dollars, instantly making him a GOP frontrunner. And tonight, his team released this, a 30-second teaser video. Take a look.
They call it faith because in the face of darkness, you can see that brighter future. A faith that our best days lay ahead of us. But is it worth the fight? Do I have the courage? Is it worth the sacrifice? America has been worth it every single time.
DeSantis' run complicates the state's political landscape, as many believe the governor is the biggest threat to former President Trump, who currently leads in most early polls.
CBS 12's Lily Ortiz joining us tonight in the studio with what we can expect looking forward.
Like every other candidate, Governor DeSantis will have to file as an official candidate with the federal government when announcing his run for president. As a field of Republican candidates takes shape, experts agree DeSantis' biggest challenge right now will be former President Trump, who continues to lead in the early polls.
First off, I have not endorsed either side, and none of my comments should be construed that way.
Sid Dinerstein served as the Palm Beach County GOP chair for a decade and now works as a Republican strategist.
I think the governor is in much better shape than everybody thinks he is. There are 2 particular reasons for this. There's a significant share of Republicans across this country who know almost nothing about him other than Florida's doing great, he's the governor, and he got reelected by a huge amount.
He says DeSantis' biggest strengths are his family values and his military background. If he were advising the 44-year-old Harvard grad and U.S. naval officer, he would tell him to not only visit states where the primary election will begin next year, but also pick issues that go with unique problems that certain states are having today.
North Carolina has had their state declared an emergency by their Democratic governor because the Republicans just passed a school choice bill. He needs to talk about school choice. He needs to say, this is what we did in Florida. This is what we then did after that. I would go to Arizona and do election integrity that we did here, because they're still fighting the Carrie Lake battle. I would go to California and talk about crime, talk about why we do it different here.
This year, the governor has signed a series of bills into law proving he holds a tight-fisted conservative agenda. From his war on wokeism to tightening abortion restrictions, they make up for what he calls the Florida blueprint. Already, DeSantis' political action committee has raised more than $80 million. Dinerstein would tell him to use that money wisely.
The discussion that I'm saying you should have for each state, make the ad target that discussion, and it makes for a great picture.
Coming off a decisive re-election, DeSantis is one of the most popular governors ever elected in Florida. But the party could be split as Republican loyalists are hesitant to abandon Trump.
You can't outdo Trump on the negative side. It's not a fight you can win, but more important, it's not a fight you should want, and it's not a fight the country wants. I believe that Governor DeSantis and President Trump will both be neck and neck from now till literally March 19th.
And recent polls show DeSantis has a better shot at beating President Biden in a presidential election, but whether that helps him winning the primary remains to be seen.